So welcome aboard again today, my wonderful viewers. In the spirit of the playlist that we've started, that is the transitioning that we have been dealing with some times ago. Today is going to be a continuation of that. So get your dancing shoe ready as we see how we build our playlist to give it the fire that will keep you dancing, unlimited dancing to a point that you forget yourself. So let's get to the business of the day. So in continuation of the series I started some times ago, which I've talked about, where you get to see it, let me go to my YouTube channel so that you get to see what I'm talking about. So this is it. We talked about transitioning part 3, part 1, part 2, part 3. This is part 4 and part 5. This particular one is going to be part 6. So in building a playlist, just the way you've seen it from the intro I started it, so the 2 tracks flow very smooth transitioning with echo out, which I use for the first track, and then the second track comes in and I introduce some little drum and all these small touches. So rather than stressing yourself thinking of how to be building so many things together, I think the key thing you need to work on, the major work of a DJ, is majorly on the playlist. Once you have your very good playlist, I'm telling you, you are good to go. The mix is going to keep the audience flowing. They are going to like every bit of it. They are going to like you. You don't need to stress yourself. Just some little touches and you're good to go. So in doing that, how do you build this transition? How do you build this? For you to build this transition, how do you build that playlist that will give you that good synchronization of the song that will create that connect between you, the DJ, and the audience? So in doing that, we are going to be looking at some key elements on how to do it. So first, you need to understand that there are different genres of music, and different genres of music go for different kind of events. Those that go for clubbing, those that go for parties, those that goes for naming ceremony, different type of events, religious gathering, and a host of other cultural gathering. So, and each of these tracks, we have the key genre which they have built over the years, where we have your hip hop, you have your amapiano, you have your afro, you have your afrobeat, you have your blues, you have your reggae, you have your old schools jams. So all these things. So in getting all these things, now that you now know that these songs are in different genre, you have different transition where you switch from one track to another, playing around the different elements on the DJ softwares, your crossfaders, your echoes, and a host of other to ending the tracks. The key thing now is you first need to understand that these songs are made up of individual elements, and this individual element ranges from drums, drum samples, guitars, and a host of others. And these elements are put together to build these good melodies, and a host of beat. Then the vocals now run on it. So for these 3 things that we just made mention of, how do you get to know? The melody will give you the rhythm of the song. That means will make you know that, okay, how do you build this rhythm? So you then in building that, the BPM is also there. So in getting this BPM, how do you get this BPM? These BPM are the sound, that means the individual element that hit, that means the counting of the song, how the device count it. So the device does this counting by counting some of the individual elements that give it from how many BPM per second, that is the number of count per second. So you now have it from what you can see on the playlist here, on my own playlist here. You can see I've arranged it. We have the BPM which is here, which has arranged the song in an ascending order. So you build the BPM in an ascending order, ranging from the song that have low BPM to low to the higher one. Because when you are giving the audience this entertainment, you have to be raising the expectation, and in raising the expectation, you use the BPM to raise it. Sometimes you can do it by adjusting the BPM of the song, just even while the song is playing, beyond just the normal arrangement here, which gives you the opportunity to know the individual BPM and then to synchronize the songs. So this BPM you can see is being arranged. So how do you get this arrangement? You first need to know that you, after downloading the songs, and in downloading this song, you get it from the high quality, preferably from 192 BPM to 320. That will give you a very good hit on your speakers. You don't need to put so much volume. Once you have this good balance, then you are good to go. Then you will now build that by selecting maybe the entire folder. By selecting the entire folder or the entire tracks, highlighting them and selecting them all. Then you will now click here. You will now come to batch processing. You can now click analyze. When you click analyze, it's going to analyze the song and give you the automatic BPM easily, straightforward. So from this point, all you need to do is when you click on this particular arrow, it arranges it either from ascending order or descending order, depending on how you want your track list to be. Then you are going to be running them individually on each other to get to see how they flow. Just like this one that is currently playing now. You will now run the first one. While the first one is going on, you will now run the second one on it to get to see. We are going to demonstrate it now. Let me load the initial track, that is the Spyro song. So these are the two tracks I started with. The Spyro, that is Choose Your Guy. So you can see 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. I'm going to be running the beat alone, then I'll bring out the O'Malley song then to go with it. Let's see. So you can see 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. So you can see by so doing, you from just this brief touch that you see how the two songs marry. So that is how you run it one after the other. When you run one, when it goes out, the one that you want to be first, you put it. Then while doing that, you are going to be selecting them. Like in my own case, I select the track, I go to tag editor, the one that rhyme, I close it, that is pressing the escalate button. I now come here, I now open my notepad, then I save it. Once I put to the first one, let's go back again. We will now see the O'Malley. Then let's go and see the Soso. We now come again, select these two tracks. You now see that the two tracks go along. You can write it with pen if you don't have a pen. Like in my own case, I prefer having it on the system so that wherever I go, I can easily have access to it. I come down and put the second one. So that is it. So you can see, then you continue to build the track list. It's a lot of work to a large extent, but it's worth it at the end of the day, because your mix will not just be random songs like some of these mixes I see online. Just carry song, you don't even take your time to set the cue point, and also all these little things are very, very important. It requires a lot of work. I know how stressful it can be, but it's worth it. So just build it. It's a gradual process. By the time you build it over the years, you now see that you now have a natural flow with the songs, that whenever you go to an event, you don't need to go through any stress. So you build a playlist, and if you want to do your DJ recording session, the same procedure is also applicable. Then from there, maybe you decide to copy it and move the tracks to a particular folder of your own choice. That one is left for you. But one good thing I so much love about the virtual DJ software is I'm going to be showing you something now that a lot of people are not very conversant with. When you go to the virtual DJ folder, that is under document. You open your document folder. Look at it. This is document. So when you open it, you search for the virtual DJ software. So when you scroll down, you search for the virtual DJ software. So this is a virtual DJ software. By the time you open it, it keeps records of the songs you played, no matter how long you have been using the virtual DJ software. When you come to this particular folder called history, when you click it, you scroll down, you see it tells you track list. So by the time you open this track list, you can even see the number of the tracks that you've played on the system. Look at it, as far back as 2023, that is as far back as 10th of February. So you can see. So by the time you scroll down, you see all the tracks I've played. Look at it. Look at this very one I've just used. You can see it. Look at them. You can see it automatically set it for me while I'm doing the trial and error. So sometimes you might get lost at any point in time. From here you can come here and have access to it and see how far you've gone. So this is another simple cheat I've just given you. So by the time you get everything done, you will now save it so that it will be there for you at any point in time. Then if you want to copy the songs, you can even go back to the subfolder where you downloaded the songs into, then create another folder, arrange your tracks, whether you want to have the Afrobeats or whatsoever, you arrange it based on for different events, so that whenever you are playing from the virtual DJ software, you can easily come here and have access to it just the way you are seeing it. That is the beauty of the virtual DJ software. Then after arranging all that, you will now have your perfect arrangement. You now build everything, you've tested it, you've seen how the song flow with each other. The next thing is you begin to set your cue point. At what point in time are you going out of one track? At what point in time are you bringing in the new track? Those ones are not too necessary, but they are very, very necessary, especially to keep the beats of the song flow along, because some tracks don't flow along automatically. Like in this case, these two tracks, just watch, I'm going to do something now. So in this case, this song is going on. I'm going to put the next track on it. When I put it, if I click on synchronize, that is my shift tab, that is for those using my mapping, you will see that the song will automatically adjust itself and rhyme, irrespective of whatsoever I start it. See, if it doesn't rhyme very well, it will rhyme. Just watch. So you see, even after clicking the synchronization button, it doesn't tamper with the beating. But some songs, the moment you click this synchronize button, it's going to mess the whole thing up for you. So in future, I'm going to be telling you how you can make the device automatically build that. With the coming of AI, it has made a lot of things easier, that you can even have that synchronization with minimal effort, rather than disturb yourself more with the cue point. But the cue point has remained one of the best way, because it gives you that flexibility to play around with the song the way you want. So I'm sure you've learned something very, very important today again. So don't forget to keep a date as you continue to So don't forget to keep a date as I continue to give you the very best. Looking forward to giving you an unlimited entertainment. If you have any question about what I just said today, about the things I just mentioned, or you are not clear with any aspect, you can watch the video, or please get back to me. My mappings are readily available at the description box. You can download it. Everything is explained. If you check my videos, virtually all the keys I use here are explained in detail. So catch you.
See I sleep there like this sunrise. Okay.